It's all about who gains the moral high ground in the Sandeep Kumar sex CD case. Arvind Kejriwal, the Delhi Chief Minister, says within half an hour of being given the CD with objectionable images on it, he took action against his minister. The opposition is still not satisfied. They say more should be done. But is it okay to actually sack someone because of what is considered objectionable by some, even if the act is consensual?
Sandeep Kumar's sex tape has given Kejriwal's rivals ammo to have a go at the Aam Aadmi Party. A day after the minister was sacked, BJP workers protested outside the Chief Minister's residence. Not to be left behind, members of Swaraj Abhiyan also joined in. Then came NSUI activists who raised slogans outside the Aam Aadmi Party office. After first targeting Sandeep Kumar, BJP turned its guns on Kejriwal.
मुझसे भी कहिए कि इनसे इस्तीफा मांगना चाहिए क्योंकि रिस्पांसिबिलिटी आफ्टर ऑल चीफ मिनिस्टर की है इवेंचुअली.
His party's image hit. Kejriwal sent out an emotional video message.
इसी बात का वचन देता हूं कि अगर इस किस्म की कोई भी हरकत हुई पार्टी के अंदर, कोई भी गलत हमारी नजर में आया तो उसको बख्शा नहीं जाएगा.
A former insider claimed everyone knew what Sandeep Kumar was up to.
15 दिन पहले जब प्रकरण उनके सामने आया तो उन्होंने उस समय स्टेप क्यों नहीं उठाया कोई?
Arvind Kejriwal's minister getting involved in sex scandal has come as shot in arm for the BJP, which has upped the ante against Aam Aadmi Party. BJP feels that despite the sacking of the concerned minister, this time they have an upper hand.
Kumar came out with a rather bizarre defense, which didn't help his case much.
ये खामियाजा मुझे भुगतना पड़ा दलित होने का. ठीक है, मैं गरीब हूँ और दलितों में महादलित हूँ, वाल्मीकि समाज से हूँ और ये जब से प्रतिमा लगाई है जब से लोगों की आंखों में चुभ रहा हूँ मैं. ठीक है, और ये बिल्कुल जो है ना मैं इसमें नहीं हूँ और बिल्कुल तथ्यहीन चीज है और ये जांच का विषय है.
As pressure mounts, Kejriwal has promised further action against Kumar, but given the MLA's big Dalit following, sacking him from the party is not going to be easy. With Brajesh Pandey, Bureau Report, India Today.
But here's the other side, because now there are people emerging who suggest that the Aam Aadmi Party MLA could also be in legal trouble, especially since allegations have now been made that not only did he record his sexual exploits with women, but he also subsequently used these videos to exploit and blackmail them.
ये बिल्कुल मेरे खिलाफ षड्यंत्र है, ये साजिश है और इसकी जो है ना जांच होनी चाहिए.
Media trial or not, Sandeep Kumar, a former Delhi minister and Aam Aadmi Party MLA, now faces a litany of further allegations.
महिलाओं का इन्होंने कभी भी अपनी लाइफ में कभी भी सम्मान नहीं किया.
This is Lokendra Rana, a former confidant of the AAP MLA who earlier handled his media affairs, an insider who knew his deepest and darkest secrets.
अभद्र गालियां जो अब्यूज ये महिलाओं को करता था वो इतनी गंदी है कि मैं कैमरे के सामने बोल नहीं रहा.
The carefully built persona of a man who respects women, who touched his wife's feet, shattered by allegations made by a former confidant.
ये अपनी वाइफ को जो कह रहा है कि मैं अपनी वाइफ का पैर छू के बाहर निकलता हूँ, ये अपनी वाइफ को इतनी भद्दी गालियां देता था मैं आपको बता नहीं सकता.
But the most sensational allegation that Sandeep Kumar blackmailed the women he slept with, that the AAP leader would film all his trysts and then go on to take advantage of the women. A fact confirmed by the insider himself.
अगर ये वीडियो बनाई है उसने खुद बनाई है तो क्यों, किस लिए बनाई? ब्लैकमेलिंग के लिए obviously.
The opposition looking for blood is accusing Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party of a cover-up. and is promising to escalate the fight.
जानबूझकर एक महिला की फिल्म बनाई है, उसके पीछे की मंशा उसको ब्लैकमेल करना हो सकता है और इस अपराध के खिलाफ हम एफआईआर दर्ज करेंगे.
The allegations of a cover-up could turn into a major criminal case against the Aam Aadmi Party if it is proven that the party was sitting on evidence against its now infamous MLA.
Ashish Sood of the BJP is now live with us. Talish Ray, a senior advocate, now joins us on Skype. Ashish Sood, I first want to ask you, what is the illegality committed by Sandeep Kumar? Because you're saying that not only is his sacking from the ministry enough, he should be removed from the party. If this act, according to all appearances till now, is consensual, why should he be sacked?
Look, if you remember, when the first day of this assembly session started, what Mr. Kejriwal has said in the assembly session, मैं नगीने ढूंढ कर लाया हूँ, दिल्ली की जनता की सेवा के लिए नगीने ढूंढ कर लाया हूँ. And they were taking very high moral grounds that there is an internal Lokpal
but I am questioning
party
this very concept of a high moral ground. Are now people going to be hired and fired on the basis of morality?
Is that? Yes, of course. In the politics, one has to have a moral. It cannot be you keep on behaving immorally and you bear a tag of a public servant. Why not a political man?
So if there are two consensual adults, who are in a relationship, you will decide it is immoral and you will seek action against them.
It is yet to be established whether that was consensual or
exactly.
Or
it is yet to be established. Yet you are already paying for his blood. And while I have absolutely no brief for Mr. Sandeep Kumar, this whole question of morality in public life is very problematic.
Just let me complete. You have not let me complete not even a single answer to your question. What I am trying to say is, this party has come with the promise of alternative politics. Number one, they said they have been screening people. They said they have been screening people about their characters, about their integrity and all those things. And a man charged of adultery and
he's
still
not charged of adultery. No one has complained. It becomes a charge of adultery only when the lady's husband or the lady herself goes to the police. That hasn't happened.
Many things in the video which has not been shown by the channels, they prove many other things the otherwise. And it is, I don't understand why this strange debate is coming on.
No, this is a strange debate because this is going down a very slippery slope. I have absolutely no problem when you seek the dismissal of someone who has a fake degree. When someone is caught on camera or on tape asking for a bribe, obviously you should seek their immediate dismissal. But Talish Ray, what are we going to do next? Who is going to decide what is immoral and hence a person should be sacked? This is a very strange argument and it could set a dangerous precedent.
Right. So, Padmaj, a couple of things. First, a correction. I'm an advocate, not yet a designated senior at the bar, but thank you for the compliment. So, let us look at what we have at hand right now. What we have is that there is an objectionable CD that was delivered, and apparently the contents of the CD are such that would render by the looks of it, a minister in a compromising position. So let's look at the law here. Let us look at whether it becomes an offense under the Information Technology Act. No, it doesn't, unless prima facie it can be established that he intended to record it and he intended to circulate it for purposes of pornography, in which case it will fall under IT Act. Let's look at IPC section 497. 497 very simply states that, you know, there is adultery, and in case there is adultery that is established, then the husband of the woman with whom there has been an adulterous relationship may choose to prosecute. Please remember that there is no agency that has been given to women.
And that hasn't happened in this case.
That hasn't happened. We don't know whether she has a husband or not, and that is left to her. There is no agency with the woman. There is also no agency with the Honorable Minister's wife, by the way. So, as such, law recognizes women as mere properties of men, and therefore men may prosecute other men.
So in this present case, Ashish Sood, there is no illegality. And if you're only going to proceed and make demands on the grounds of morality, there are plenty of people you will find who say to consume alcohol is immoral. Then are you going to start sacking people or demand their resignation because they wear certain kind of clothes?
Yes.
Or they're consuming alcohol?
A political party,
may I just
a
finish?
political party which has come to power.
There is a law. Let me finish. Now, paramateria, if we were to look at a lot of the other things, I am not saying that there is a question of morality that's involved, and I would not stand for it. The fact remains that India is one of the largest growing population, so it's not exactly no sex please. We did not get to that kind of population by playing Ludo, by the way. Having said that, when we look paramateria in the civil services rule, now this is where public servants, which are those that are covered under the Union Public Service Commission, are governed by. And the civil services rule is very clear. It turns around and says and uses a term called moral turpitude. Now, moral turpitude again is a very broad term and has been defined by various judgments and other such proceedings. But what remains to me characteristically very surprising is that while any leader of any party is allowed to take a decision as to whether a minister may or may not be stripped of his office. What are the standards that are applicable? Because Mr. Kejriwal has not ever come out. He turns around and says, and I will quote his particular phrase, he talks about propriety in public life. What is propriety?
Exactly, and who's going to set the standard for that propriety in public life? And you're using words like वो गंदी मछली थी हमने उसको निकाल करके बाहर फेंक दिया. Sabha Naqvi, journalist, columnist, is also with us on the phone line. It's a strange discourse for someone to be sacked for financial impropriety is understandable, for an illegality is understandable. But now we're at a stage where we're told that a person has promised that they'll practice a different kind of politics and you have to have a clean image in public life, hence you must go. Even if it's a consensual act, Sabha.
Padmaja, there are 2-3 things here beyond the fact that our politics has deteriorated to such a level where anything is fair game. Number one, there are women involved here. Now there are claims being made that these women are being blackmailed, but have these women filed a complaint? Isn't it? I mean, can one just run footage? I don't know, in our newsrooms, in the way that I was, how do you just run sex tapes which land up? And with my experience, let me tell you, I have received sex tapes of a RSS pracharak in the 2004 National Executive of the BJP in Bombay. It was distributed to media. Now, it was a consensual act. Nobody talks about it, where people from various parties, whose names I don't want to get into, have been involved in this.
Exactly.
So the issue here is, has his wife complained? Have the women complained? How on earth do we go around, with a
Paying for his blood, Ashish.
Now, so I believe this issue has reached a point where a criminal investigation must follow. Was this MLA, was this minister, blackmailing women? Let's get it clear. And who were the people who, let's say he recorded it, what was it for? How did it reach? How did this
And I will even go so far as to suggest that what if someone actually filmed him without him knowing? In that case, will he not turn out to be the victim, Ashish Sood?
Yes, for all of this to happen, Padmaja, for all of this to happen, I would wonder why the AAP leadership is hesitating in putting in an FIR.
Ample proofs which signifies, and there are ample evidences in these tapes only that he himself was recording it. Number one. Number two, you may go in for the legality or illegality of these things, but the fact of the situation is, in India, people expect high moral behavior.
What is high morality? What is high morality? Please define. No, please define. No, please define high morality. No, I refuse to. I beg to differ here. What is high morality? Who defines morality?
Having extramarital relations. Having extramarital relations is immoral behavior.
Sir, the state cannot get into people's bedrooms.
It could be your way of looking it. It could be your. it could be your way of looking into about the things, but the fact of the situation is, in Indian politics, people expect transparent behavior. People expect the behavior of high integrity by the people.
Sir, what is high integrity according to you? What is high integrity according to you?
You say this the what he was behaving was a moral and an act of high integrity? Is this not?
Sir, is a rape charge against a former sitting minister
this was not immoral?
high integrity? A lady saying that she's being threatened and blackmailed and being offered inducements to withdraw a rape charge against a former minister, MOS of Chemicals and Fertilizers, is that high integrity? That gentleman continued in the cabinet for over a year after the charges were made against him.
Because
this is arbitrary. It is actually
there is
like
no
a party that tends to decide.
Just listen to me. Just listen to me. This is the way people look at the political people. Had it been a man of our party was involved in it, there have been a hue and cry. Now we are debating whether this was moral or immoral.
Nihal Chand Meghwal was accused of rape and he continued in the cabinet, sir.
What surprises me is the superiority by which you are going and turning around into moral pundits.
Pardon?
Nihal Chand Meghwal.
Look, this could be your.
Mr. Meghwal continued in the cabinet despite being accused of rape, wasn't he? In the present case, there isn't even a complaint.
And if it is about such morality, why won't the AAP file an FIR? File an FIR against him.
We have not filed a case against him.
Why not?
We have not filed a case against him.
Why not?
Okay, Sabha Naqvi, I want to give the final 20 seconds to you. Is this now going to be a precedent for how we are going to judge people in public life, that irrespective of whether they do something illegal or not, we will set the standards for them, whether they like it or not, and they have to live up to it. Arbitrary standards.
What are the standards?
Set in the society.
Can I speak, sir?
Your way of looking the things.
Yes, can we please have 20 seconds for Sabha Naqvi?
There are so many people in the BJP who have multiple relationships. Everybody knows about it, so don't talk about this. Was this man even married? I mean, the point is, whatever
you can keep alleging.
Listen,
you can keep alleging
quiet,
these things.
Let me talk.
These wild allegations can be put against anybody.
Have some respect for women.
No, but you cannot put on wild allegations.
Hi, you keep quiet and let women talk. Have some respect.
You putting wild allegations and asking
I am not. I am not. I am making a very important point.
Ashish Sood, let her complete what she's saying. You have plenty of time.
I am saying something you're not allowed me to say.
I have also been invited here.
Please, Sabha, yes.
But the anchor is asking you to keep quiet. No, let me say a few words and you can carry on shouting. I have no objection. Padmaja, the important point is this. We don't know when this tape was made, whether the people were willing or not. The point is, the whole process of, somebody entering a person's bedroom to judge them, unless there is an act of criminality involved.
Correct.
That is the only time it's valid. Otherwise, it sets a very, very dangerous precedent.
A dangerous and a very arbitrary precedent.
Very arbitrary thing that, and for us, to be discussing this kind of rubbish. And the great thing is, when I used to travel abroad and I used to go to the UK, I used to always say that in India, I used to tell people that in India, in our political life, we don't bring personal sleeves in.
Exactly, and that's how it should have been. Completely out of time, Sabha, completely out of time. We would have loved to carry on this debate further. Completely out of time, but very pertinent points have been made on both sides. Thank you very much. And Ashish Sood, if tomorrow there is a legal case and illegality made out, we will support your stand seeking action. Right now, it seems rather strange, hypocritical and holier than thou. For now, thank you very much, ladies, and Ashish Sood for joining us.